post-recording and audio editing me here. I am losing my mind. It seems like the more I try to make my audio better, the worse it gets. I am trying. If your ears do bleed, just go through it, finish watching the video. I beg of you. I apologize for the inconvenience of my horrible microphone. Arch Linux, a simple and lightweight Linux distribution, as the developers say, used to be one of the hardest distributions to install, but we have progressed, we have advanced, and now it's very, very easy. Today I will show you how to install it using a pre-made script called Archinstall. So, first step, you need to get the Arch ISO file. So, you're going to open Firefox and just search Arch Linux. You will also need a USB flash drive, by the way. Now, you'll either click on the download link that pops up when you search it, or download in the top right, and you will see here are a bunch of mirrors for different countries. Select the one that's under your country, or anyone really, or whatever's closest to your country. I'll just take Belgium, why not? Here you see a bunch of links show up. Just click on this one. Boom. Downloading. I already have it. I'm going to cancel this. Next. Search Berliner Etcher. This will be the tool that will write said ISO image to your flash drive to make it bootable. Either scroll down or press download Etcher. And here we see a bunch of links. Click on the one for your machine. Windows x86 64 or Windows 32-bit or Mac OS or Linux, whatever. Download it. So, now, once that's done, plug in your USB flash drive and open Berliner Etcher. Now, it'll look like this. Very simple. Flash from file. Go to where your image is, the Arch Linux file. Open it. Boom. It'll probably be in your downloads folder. Select target. Flash drive. Select it. Select. And press flash. Very simple. I will not be doing this. I'm going to run this in a virtual machine. But that's just about what you have to do. So, now that you have the flash drive with the bootable image on there, you are going to find out what the key is for your device, keyboard key, which will take you into your boot menu as you boot into your laptop, or into your device, your computer, whatever. For most devices it's F12, in my case it's F12. If it's not F12, figure out which one it is. You will now restart and press that key until you're taken into a menu that will list your hard drive and like netboot or stuff like that, or also your USB drive, which you will select. Quite simple. Press enter on it, it will load up, and you will eventually end up with a screen like this. This is a virtual machine. It'll be the same process for you. So, you will just select the first option, unless you need the screen reader. It will load. Okay, and we're in. Really cool. The first thing you need to do is connect to the internet. If you connect it with the Ethernet cable, you're lucky. You don't need to do anything. But if you do need a wireless connection, as it actually says up here at the top of the terminal, there's something called the IWCTL utility or the NMCLI utility. We will use IWCTL for a home network. So, I am in a virtual machine. I do not have a wireless network adapter for this. So, you'll just have to trust me and follow my steps. You will start typing IWCTL into your terminal. So, first step, device list. This will list your network adapters. Since you're taking wireless, it should pop up something along the lines of, for me it's WLAN 0, something like that. Just figure out which one it is. I of course can't see what your adapter is. Next step, station, and then here, after station, you will put your network adapter. If it's WLAN 0, you put WLAN 0. And then scan. Well, this will put scanning mode on, and we'll search for networks. So, next step, station, device, in my case WLAN 0, get networks. Boom. Now, a list of networks should show up. If your home network is listed there, or whichever network you want to connect to, you will type station, device, whatever your adapter is. I'm just using WLAN 0, like I said, as an example. Connect, and then your network name, your network SSID. If your network name consists of multiple words or has spaces in between letters or words, put your network name in between double quotes. Otherwise, the utility will not recognize it and will not be able to connect to it. If it's just one word or connected with hyphens or stuff like that, then you're fine. So you will put your SSID in there, home Wi-Fi, just an example, and yeah, whatever. It gives me an error, but for you, it would now ask you for a password or passphrase, whatever it says. There you'll just put in your password for the network, whatever, and you'll connect. Cool. Now you can type exit to exit the IWD utility, and you can type ping google.com, and you will see you get bytes back. Cool. You're done for this step. Control C will stop it. So, next step, Archinstall. Now, this will be for the utility to automatically install it, and it will automatically partition your drive. I promised in another video that I would show how to partition your drive properly for any distro, and I will still do that. But if you're a beginner, I recommend just installing it like this, where it will do it for you, because you won't be doing any advanced stuff anyways. So, mirrors, you can choose a mirror that's closest to you. Mirror region, I'll just take Belgium again in this case. This configuration, locales, you can change that to whatever language you want to use. In my case, it's already English, EN_US, UTF-8. This configuration, you can either do manual partitioning or use a best effort default partition layout. Just do that. And then you select your device, which is this 8GB virtual drive. Now, since you're a beginner, I assume just select ext4 as your file system. If you want to use a different one, you can research the different benefits about the different file systems like ButterFS and stuff like that. That's none of my concern for this video. Disk encryption, you can select that if you want, but I'm not going to use it. Bootloader, take grab, not systemd. Swap, true. Host name, you can make this whatever you want. I'll just make it tux test. This is just your device name, basically. Root password. This is your admin password, basically. I'll just make this 1234. 1234. You can make it whatever you want. User account. Here you will add your, user account. Add user. TuxTech. Password. I'll just make it the same password, 1234. And should TuxTech be a super user? Yes. Confirm and exit, or you can add another user. Now, profile. Click on profile. Type desktop minimal server Zorg. You will select desktop. And here you'll have a list of desktop environments. Now, I recommend the nicest ones in my opinion are GNOME, Cinnamon, and KDE. Now, I usually use XFCE for my Arch machines, but it doesn't matter really. KDE and GNOME aren't that well integrated with like the software stores and stuff, but the visuals, the GUI themselves is good. If you're on a very low-end machine, or lower end, or you just want the max performance, XFCE or LXQT will do you good. But in this case, just for this install, I'm just going to use LXQT. It's very lightweight. Graphics driver. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, like I do, you select NVIDIA. If you're going to do gaming, select NVIDIA proprietary. If you're just going to do some work and you want to stick to the open source principles, you can select open source Nouveau driver. But in this case, for the max performance, for the average user, proprietary. It's the best performance, but it's not open source. I am on a virtual machine though, so I'm just going to take VirtualBox open source driver. The greeter, you can take whichever you want. It'll be what pops up when you boot in, asking for your username and password. I'll just stick to STDM. And cool, we're done. Audio. So you're going to select Pipewire. Pulse audio is the older one. Most distros are moving towards Pipewire. Just select Pipewire. Kernel. There's Linux hardened, LTS, and Zen. Just select Linux. Zen is a slightly, it can perform better in some cases. LTS will be an older kernel version, and hardened will be a kernel that just is made for more security. But most people will just take Linux. If you want a custom kernel in the future, like the Licorix kernel or ZanMod, you can download it. Now, additional packages, you can just leave this unless you want to. If you want to install like Firefox or something from the start, you can just put in here Firefox, add IWD as well. And I think that's about it, just so you have a browser. You can just select the first option, time zone, time sync, true, time zone should be the one you're in. Optional repositories, click on this, press tab on multilib, tab on testing, and then press enter. And you're done. Install. Press enter, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's starting. Now you will just wait until it's done. Okay, finished installing. I skipped the install process, but you should come to a screen like this one. Would you like to chroot into the newly created installation and perform post-installation configuration? No. So you do? No. And now you can just type reboot into the terminal and it will reboot, of course. And you should be greeted with your login page. We're in. Tux Tech. Put your password in. Mine's 1234. We're in. And look at that. The lightweight LXQT desktop looks pretty okay, but I need to change it because it looks like it's like merging into the background of my VM. 1 second. Has its own like settings and stuff. For a low-end device, it's absolutely amazing. So we're in the desktop. Open HTOP and look at that. Out of 4 GB of memory assigned to this VM, there's only 239 being used. That's pretty cool. Only 36 tasks running. This is what Linux is about, guys. So you're done now.
if you want to, you know, you can customize this. It's very basic right now. But if we go here and search terminal, you have a terminal. You also, I know it looks a bit ugly right now, but you can change it. It's just how I have it set up right now. You can update your device or your install sudo pacman -syu. You can also just run syu, but the S has to be capital. And now we see the databases start syncing, and then it will check for out-of-date packages, and boom, look at that, upgrade. Just say yes, and we're done. If you want to install something, sudo pacman -s. Let's say Firefox is on you already. Let's say you want to run a virtual machine, even though I am in a virtual machine. Pacman -s gnome-boxes. Proceed with installation, and it starts installing. This is cool. So it will be of course different for the desktop environment you take, but it's pretty much the commands are the same. It's literally just the desktop environment that you change. Anyways, I hope that this was a good video. I hope that it helped you. If this video did indeed help you, leave a comment in the comments section telling me that it helped. I like knowing when I helped someone. I hope this video wasn't too bad. See you guys for the next video, which might come out later today. Or tonight, since I stay up till like 4 AM every day. Okay,